Yes, sir. We back. We lit. We back and we lit. What's good, everybody? It's your boy Ty back at y'all with another video. Y'all hit that like button. Y'all comment, share, subscribe if you're new. Now, watching the last aftermath of this Knicks series against the Cavaliers, man. I think we like 3-4 minutes left remaining in this game. You know, this game pretty much over with. Like, the Cavs after game one pretty much got dominated through and through. They had like a 18, 20 point lead. And next thing you know, the Knicks pretty much ran them out the gym ever since then. I made a short video a couple of months back. I don't know if a lot of y'all seen that. It's on my page. But I was saying like the Knicks was that type of team. I said this like maybe 4 months ago. I think it was a game that they played against the Houston Rockets in the regular season with Kevin Durant them. And I said that the Knicks is that type of team. They made a comeback in that game in the regular season. I said the Knicks is that type of team that can make it to the finals, and they the team that can make it to, and they the team that can get put out of the first round. As you can see, now I didn't pick them to get to the finals, of course not. You know what I'm saying? But I did say that they are that type of team that can get to the finals, but they also that type of team that can lose in the first round, depending on how they play. But they've been playing great, man, throughout these playoffs ever since their biggest test was against the Atlanta Hawks. And ever since then, they just been dominating, you know, throughout dominating competition. Everybody hasn't been in front of them. But the thing is, y'all, this is a couple of things we need to talk about when it comes to the Cleveland Cavaliers, y'all, before I get to the Knicks. The Cleveland Cavaliers, for the Cleveland Cavaliers to get swept in this series, that tells me that they not nowhere near championship ready. And that showed me to a degree in the first round of the first round matchup when they played against the Toronto Raptors. I mean, it took you 7 games to beat not Scotty Barnes, but injured Toronto Raptors team. They was down Brandon Ingram for like 2-3 games. If he had a pulse offensively in that series, even before he got injured, Cleveland would have lost that series. Then it took and then Emmanuel quickly was down in that series. Then you go to the second round of the playoffs. They got some big game. It was some good moments for Cleveland in these playoffs. I'm not gonna take that away from them, but it's been more so bad Cleveland than it's been good Cleveland in these playoffs, man. It took Detroit to go Cade Cunningham, Duncan Robinson, all they shooters, Tobias Harris to go ice cold in a game 7. Now, I don't take nothing away from Cleveland's victory. They did beat them in a game 7, but pretty much, y'all, man, Cleveland ain't championship material, bro. And they head coach, bro. I mean, I like Ken Atkinson, but he like the analytics on comment that he made, bro, was just ridiculous, bro. Like that's why we got to get back to actually talking real basketball and just stop looking at numbers all the time and just looking and analyzing the game with our eye test. We get lost. A lot of people get lost. A lot of people in this new age get lost in analytics a lot. And there's 1 minute left in this game. So yeah, the Knicks have dominated this series throughout, man. Jalen Brunson, bro, quiet as kept, man. He's having like a Isaiah Thomas type of run. And no, he's not Isaiah Thomas, but ever since Jalen Brunson has came to New York, and like I said, I'm not trying to sit here and quote unquote glaze New York or whatever the case may be. I guess that's the new word people be saying now. But because I'm a Heat fan, and you know that's of course we rivals when it comes to us the Heat and the Knicks. So, but I got to give respect where respect is due, man. They played great throughout these playoffs. Jalen Brunson, I ain't gonna sit here and call him a superstar. He don't have the accolades for that yet, but he doesn't have the regular season MVPs and things of that nature. But in these playoffs, man, ever since he became a New York Knick, man, he's changed life for the New York Knicks. Ever since he put on a New York Knicks uniform, he has changed life for that organization. First year there, he got him to the second round, lost to an 8 Miami Heat team. Second year, you lose you due to injuries, of course, but you got to give the Pacers credit. They went toe to toe with the Indiana Pacers the second year in a game 7 that unfortunately they lost due to injuries. Third year, played the Pacers in the conference finals again. Lost to them that year. The only team that's pretty much had the Knicks numbers have been the Pacers. Of course, the Pacers ain't been healthy. They wasn't healthy this year to actually try to make a run at these playoffs again. But That's the only team that's pretty much had the Knicks number, man. Pretty much everybody, the Knicks is pretty much ran through for the most part, and of course the Miami Heat too. when we in our right mind. But I say all that to say this, like, uh, the New York Knicks, man, like Jalen Brunson is having a somewhat similar. I heard somebody say this before, and he's kind of had like a Isiah Thomas type of run. We've never seen something like this since, like, you could say Isiah Thomas, Steph Curry, because I think um, Jalen Brunson like 6'1", and you got to give some love to Karl Anthony Towns. He's had the name Kitty Cat in the playoffs, but ever since Ant-Man have when in his years in Minnesota, with Ant-Man on his side, it's pretty much like I guess gave him a little bit of a motor, because his first couple years, his first year in the playoffs, he played soft, and ever since then he's played like a man amongst boys, especially in these playoffs, letting the offense run through him, and he's been big pretty much for them, passing the basketball, playing defense, playing both ends of the floor, being effective still. One of the best shooting bigs in basketball, if not the best shooting big. So yeah, man, you can argue that it's been Karl Anthony Towns has been the best player in these series, because he's opened the offense up. So we got to give some love to Cat, man. He's played big these past couple of years in the playoffs. His third consecutive Western um, conference finals appearance. He went there with Ant-Man in 2024, and 2025 he came to New York, went to the conference finals, and then he's back in it this year, and is in the NBA finals. The New York Knicks have officially clinched the NBA finals their first time since '99. So salute the Knicks fans, man. Much respect, bro. Even though I'm not a Knicks fan, we rivals. You know what I'm saying? But you know, you like to see, certain things like that, take place. It's been a long ride for the New York Knicks, man, for them to get to this point. Two sweeps in a row. But yeah, man, like Jalen Brunson, bro, quiet as kept. We got to start having some conversations about Jalen Brunson, bro. Like, as far as like, I ain't gonna say superstar, but he's definitely, you can have a conversation about him being at least top 7, top 8 in the NBA, bro. Like right now, because ever since he's put on the New York Knicks uniform, he's had them deep into the playoffs, contending in the Eastern Conference. No lower than his first year, he was a 4th seed. They beat this same Cleveland team. The only difference is they didn't have James Harden. They had Darius Garland, the point guard at that time period, but dominated them then, beat them 4-1. Then it's like every year the Knicks have gotten better and better and better and better, and that's been with Jalen Brunson at the helm. So we got to give Jalen Brunson a lot of credit for giving life to the New York Knicks. He came out and said he's not a superstar, he's not a savior or anything, but Jalen Brunson, bro, quiet as kept, bro, he's changed life in that organization, bro. And one of the best clutch performers in the NBA, So we got to start having some different conversations about Jalen Brunson. Quiet as kept, it's been like a great run for him in these playoffs, like an Isiah Thomas type of run. Of course, he got to get the ring. We still in the midst of a 2-2 series lead with this other series with the San Antonio Spurs and the Thunder, man. So I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, I never thought the Knicks would be in the finals, but like those two teams, bro, the Knicks gonna get them some. They gonna give them some trouble, man. I'm gonna leave my predictions when whoever the winner of that series come pretty soon. But I think that series start back tomorrow, Game 5 in OKC. But they gonna need J-Dog, bro, to even beat San Antonio, in my opinion, bro, because they damn sure not win the championship without J-Dub, bro. So hopefully, I don't know, man. It just seems like every time he come back, he get injured again. But I want to stay on the Knicks. This is another thing I want to say about the Knicks, man. We got to give some love to Mike Brown. This is another thing that we need to stop doing. Can we stop sitting here saying that LeBron James ain't played with a good head coach, y'all? Like, let's be for real. Like Mike Brown, this is his second appearance in the NBA Finals. Of course, he won a championship as an assistant coach with the Golden State Warriors, but as a head coach, this is his second year in the NBA Finals. This is his second time in the NBA Finals. For people that don't know, he was he took the Cleveland Cavaliers to the NBA Finals back in 2007. LeBron James' first NBA Finals. Of course, they got swept by San Antonio, but Mike Brown, his first year as a New York Knicks head coach, and I've been hard on them to a degree about them giving up on Tom Thibodeau. But shoot, after this man took him to the finals, Tom Thibodeau, who for the most part, like he didn't, exceeded Tom Thibodeau. And it's no disrespect to Tom Thibodeau. He's a worthy head coach in the NBA, just not championship material, bro. His ceiling is the Eastern Conference Finals, bro, in my opinion. But we got to stop saying that LeBron James ain't played with a good head. I've always believed Mike Brown was a good head coach, championship level head coach. Of course, he got the win, but we got to stop saying that LeBron James ain't played with a good head coach. Eric Spoelstra is a good head coach. Eric Spoelstra have took in the Miami Heat to multiple NBA finals without LeBron James. Ty Lue have taken the Clippers to another Western Conference Finals back in 2021. The only reason they potentially couldn't win that championship that year because Kawhi Leonard got injured. You know what I'm saying? So Ty Lue is a good head coach. You know what I'm saying? So Eric Spoelstra, Mike Brown, like all this stuff right here, all this stuff is just debunking for all these LeBron James fans that want to sit here and say that LeBron James ain't never played with a good head coach. Bro, the proof is in the pudding at this point, man. With Mike Brown and the New York Knicks, man. But like whoever they play in the NBA Finals, bro, like whether it be OKC or San Antonio, it's gonna be a dogfight, man, in that series. Cause one thing about the Knicks, that's another team you got to play for 48 minutes. They dogs, they hungry, they ain't gonna stop fighting. They got a lot of dogs, hungry guys on their team. Mikal Bridges have played a lot better. OG Anunoby is 100% playing well for them. They got Jalen Brunson on their team. They got playoff experience. Of course, it's their first year in the finals, but they got some championship experience on their team too with Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, Mike Brown, of course. But yeah, this gonna be a great finals once again, man. So I'm looking forward to seeing who the Knicks play in these NBA finals. This is the first time actually that we've also seen a team because the New York Knicks won the of course people don't put no stock into it to a degree. I really don't, but they won the NBA Cup championship and they beat the Spurs. They had the Spurs number in the regular season, so that's gonna be a good series. I feel like they can compete with OKC as well. So seeing how they looked in these playoffs, man. So we got to start having some better conversation about Jalen Brunson. We see Jalen Brunson here. I think he the Eastern Conference Finals MVP. I don't know if they announced it yet. They probably did, but most likely it's gonna be Brunson. I think it's gonna be Brunson. Yeah, but big ups to them, man. Big ups to the New York Knicks. Even though I'm a Heat fan, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's still Miami County all day, Miami Heat Nation all day. But I like to give respect where respect is due, man. And the New York Knicks, they earned it, bro. They've been playing the best basketball in the NBA, so we gotta give them some love. Jalen Brunson, at this point, we can sit here and say that not gonna give him the superstar nod yet. Still got to get the accolades. Of course, still got to win the championship. But quiet as kept, he's had a great run for the Knicks, man. Ever since he's changed life for this organization, and including Mike Brown and Cat as well. So big ups to the Knicks, man. We'll see who they play in the NBA Finals, man. I got more content on the way. I just want to make that quick video and give my my hot take on well, not hot take, but my opinions on the New York Knicks, giving them a level of respect, even though once again I'm a Heat fan, but got to give giving Mike Brown and that organization some credit, man, for advancing to the NBA Finals since 1999. So, yeah, man, we're going to see who they play in the NBA Finals. We still got the compelling OKC series against the San Antonio Spurs. We're going to see how all that unfold. It's been a great series so far on that end. And y'all stay tuned, man. We got more content on the way. Y'all hit that like button, comment, share, subscribe if you're new to the next video. All love. Peace.